Welcome to Win the Day from Back to the Bible. I'm your coach, Pastor Nat, and today we're going to talk about what it takes to believe. Just one more. This is the request of many people today when challenged to follow Jesus. I need just one more proof. Come on, give me one more reason. Come on, you got to have one more incentive for following Jesus. The problem with the one more mentality is there is always room for one more. At some point, you need to make a decision because one more will not make a difference. Jesus experienced a one more crowd after feeding the 5,000. And what was the response? Let's continue the story in John chapter 6, beginning in verse 28. Then they said to him, "What must we do to be doing the works of God?" Jesus answered them, "This is the work of God, that you believe in him who he has sent." So they said to him, "Then what sign do you do, that we may see and believe you? What work do you perform? Our fathers ate the manna in the wilderness. As it is written, he gave them bread from heaven to eat." Amazing. Jesus feeds the 15 to 20,000 people. He departs and meets the disciples on the water. He performs a miracle for the crowd and then a miracle for the disciples. The next day, the crowds find him. "Oh, where did you go, Jesus?" they asked him. "We want our Burger King." But Jesus, he knew their hearts. He said, "You don't want me. You want my signs. You want the miracles." So they respond in verse 28. What must we do to be doing the works of God? Notice, they don't argue with Jesus. They don't try to convince him otherwise. They want the power that Jesus has. Jesus, we want to do what you do. We want to be the Burger Kings too. Then, if you give us the power, we won't need to bother you anymore. Just give us the power. Jesus, he ignores their silly, self-centered request. He says, "Forget about your works. This is the work. God sent me." Your religion is useless. It's not helping you. It's hurting you. Stop pursuing the things that don't matter. Believe in me. This is the work that needs to be done. But their Burger King is quickly becoming less impressive. They say, "Okay, Jesus, you want us to have that kind of faith in you? Prove yourself. I mean, what you've done to show that you're sent by God, what have you done? That little trick on the hill was good, but not good enough. Give us one more sign." In this case, they're hungry. It's feeding time. Come on, Jesus, do it again. That's why they bring up the Old Testament story of the manna. Jesus, if you're that same God, then do it again. Let's go, Manna King. Here's the sad reality. People come to Jesus for many reasons. Unfortunately, many are for superficial reasons. Others are lured in by false promises. Jesus is not a genie in a bottle. He's not a lottery ticket. He is not the Burger King. He is God who is most concerned about your soul. He wants you to have eternal life. It's in that reality that your truest need is met. From that point, God begins to provide for you your daily needs because you are his child. So here's my challenge for you today. See Jesus clearly. Jesus is not a good luck charm like a lucky cat or a Buddha doll. He is God in the flesh. He came to rescue people from the darkness of sin. If that's not the Jesus you see, look again. Yes, He will provide your needs. But first, He must meet your spiritual need, salvation. When we see Jesus clearly, that's when we will win the day.